The Obama administration yesterday released its 2013 budget, and the truth of it is, even though in my view it's kind of a laughable joke of a budget, I don't want to take you through all the numbers and the statistics of it and go through all the details and then just turn around and criticize all its over-optimistic underlying assumptions and forecasts. Everyone at the White House, including the very people who drafted it, understand that this budget was a political document. They understand that the numbers don't really add up. They understand that it has, no impact whatsoever on entitlement programs, which is the single biggest budgetary problem that the United States has. Everybody knows that the budget has nothing to do with economics. They understand that it has to do with politics. So here's the obvious question. If the budget is not meant as a budget, if everyone, including the people at the White House, regard the budget as a kind of empty political gesture, why does President Obama offer it? And the answer is because he can. What is the impediment to the president offering up a meaningless budget like this? Who's going to stop him? Nobody will. There are only two impediments to this budget. The first obvious impediment is the bond market. The U.S. bond market is supposed to be unhappy with this budget. Why? Because the budget has another $1 trillion in deficits on top of our already existing $15 trillion of debt. But what is the bond market doing? You can buy a 10-year U.S. Treasury bond that gives you a yield of under 2% today. What is that saying? It's saying the bond market doesn't care about all the deficits. So if the bond market doesn't care, and really the financial markets don't care, why should the president care? What's the other thing that the president would care about? That's the ballot box. But do you think the average American voter cares about that big black book with all these numbers that they don't understand? Of course not. The average American voter cares about two things. They care about their Social Security and they care about their Medicare. And as long as that budget doesn't touch those, which is exactly what the budget does, do you think the president is going to lose votes? Absolutely not. Quite the contrary. So there you have it. There are two things that can impact the budget. One is the bond market, and two are the voters. And neither of them are willing to tell President Obama that they are unhappy with the budget. That and alone is your answer. Why won't the president offer a different budget? Because he can get away with this budget and get himself reelected. That's enough for me, at least.